They said I was healing faster than expected. That's why they discharged me a day early. The infection was under control, my vitals were stable, and I could walk again without holding the rail. I should have felt happy, relieved even. But all I felt was tired. Tired and craving home. The quiet of my own bed, the smell of our sheets, the familiar warmth of Ryan's arms around me. I hadn't seen him since the second night. He said work was crazy, that he'd visit soon. He texted a few times, sent a thumbs up when I said I missed him. I didn't think much of it. He wasn't the emotional type. So I ordered a cab without telling him. I thought it would be a sweet surprise. He'd open the front door to see me standing there in my hoodie and hospital wristband, grinning like a fool. Maybe he'd hug me, kiss my forehead, help me to the couch. Maybe we'd laugh. We used to laugh. God, I missed laughing with him. It was just past 11 a.m. when I stepped onto our porch. The key still worked. I remember noticing that detail, the way the lock clicked open like it always had. For some reason, it felt important, like something in my life was still the same. I pushed the door open quietly, intending to tiptoe in, sneak up behind him with a hug. But the house was silent. No clattering of dishes. No hum of the TV. Just the faint creak of the old floorboards as I moved toward the bedroom. The door was open. That's when I saw it. Saw them. Ryan. Shirtless. On our bed. And her dark hair fanned across my pillow. Her hand tracing lazy circles on his chest. Her legs tangled with his. I didn't scream. I didn't cry. I just stood there, frozen. As if the fever had come back and I was hallucinating. But I wasn't. It was real. The woman noticed me first. Her eyes widened, and she clutched the blanket to her chest. Ryan turned. His mouth opened slightly. He looked stunned. Embarrassed. Caught. I waited for him to say something. Anything. He didn't. I didn't give them the satisfaction of a scene. I turned and walked out the same way I came in. Quietly, slowly, one painful step at a time. It wasn't until I was standing on the porch again that the tears came. Not the loud, dramatic kind. Just silent, steady streams that blurred the sun and burned down my cheeks. I hailed another cab. I gave the driver my sister's address. I didn't look back at the house. I didn't need to. I already knew I'd never go back. The hours that followed were a blur. My sister wrapped me in blankets, fed me soup, called Ryan everything from a coward to a parasite. But I just sat there numb. I kept replaying the image over and over. Their bodies in our bed, the one he helped me build from scratch when we moved in, the one I bled into after surgery, the one he kissed me goodnight in for 6 years. The betrayal was too large to fit inside a single thought. It spilled into everything. Every memory we had. Every conversation we'd ever had about honesty, about commitment, about building a life together. Gone. All gone. That night he texted me. I didn't know you were coming home early. That was it. Not I'm sorry. Not please talk to me. Just a single sentence that shifted the blame onto me. I stared at the message until the screen dimmed. Then I powered off my phone and left it that way for 2 days. When I finally turned it back on, there were 7 missed calls, 3 voicemails, and a long text thread where he tried to explain. According to him, it had only been going on a couple of months, and he never meant for me to find out. He said it just happened, that he was confused, and he thought I didn't love him the same anymore. No accountability, no remorse, just excuses stacked on top of betrayal. He still lived in the house. He asked if we could talk. I agreed to meet him, not because I wanted closure, but because I needed to see him one last time, to be sure I was doing the right thing. We met at a small cafe near the hospital. The irony wasn't lost on me. He looked tired. Guilty. I didn't care. I can't fix what I did, he said. But I need you to know I didn't plan to hurt you. I sipped my tea slowly, keeping my hand steady. You made 100 choices that led to that moment. Every time you lied. Every time you snuck around. Every time you let me believe we were still us. He looked down. I thought you were drifting away. No, I said. You just stopped reaching for me. We sat in silence. I didn't ask about her. I didn't want to know her name. She wasn't the point. He was. The man I married. The man I trusted. The man who broke something sacred. I'm filing for divorce, I said finally. He nodded. No protest. Just defeat. I stood to leave, and for a moment, I saw the man I used to love. The one who held my hand when I cried during our miscarriage. The one who carried me into the ER just a week ago. But that man was a ghost now. And I didn't believe in ghosts anymore. I walked away. And this time I didn't look back. In the months that followed, I moved in with my sister while I healed, physically and emotionally. I went to therapy. I started writing again. I stopped blaming myself. The truth is, people don't always cheat because something's wrong with you. They cheat because something's broken inside them. And sometimes, the worst thing they break is the version of you that believed they never would. But I'm learning to believe in myself again. One honest breath at a time.